Hi, everyone. Hope you all are doing well. I'm Sonia Shrivastava with the city of Bowie, and today we want to talk to you about this time that we're all going through and how you can make this a little less stressful, a little less anxiety. We're going to talk to Wendy Wilcox, and she is with Youth and Family Services for the city of Bowie, and she's joining us. Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Sonia. How are you today?
Doing as well as we all can. So Wendy, very stressful time for everyone, and especially a lot of young families who have now had to take on the burden of working from home, homeschooling the kids, worrying about other things that are happening. How can we all handle this anxiety and explain this to our children? What's happening?
Well, the first thing is that parents need to take care of themselves. It's sort of like that old cliche with the airplane and the oxygen. The most important things that parents can do for their kids is to exercise good self-care. And that means exercising, eating well, taking a little time to yourselves when you need it, and making sure that if you have someone to talk to about the things that concern you about this virus, about educating your kids from home, which is a lot while people are trying to work and take care of other tasks. So the first thing is, just take care of yourselves. And the second really is um, it's a different answer depending on how old your child is. So smaller children really just need the information that they're asking for. So if you're wondering what to talk about with your children, the most important thing is to ask them, do they have any questions about what's going on, so that you don't inadvertently give them more information than they need to have. And obviously older kids and teenagers are going to have questions. And so it's important for parents to be very fact-based and to have their own stress under control before having these conversations as much as possible, so that kids can get the facts, but not necessarily more information, especially about worries or what could happen, than they need to have.
Wendy, it's really a time where we need to kind of maintain a sense of purpose. I mean, it's easy to stay in your PJs until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I
It
think we're
is.
all doing that. But you say that it's really important that you still get up in the morning, you get dressed, you keep a breakfast
Keep a
routine.
schedule.
Talk about, well, how important is that?
Well, it's very important because you want to maintain, number one, a sense of normalcy, so that kids know what to expect, because that will help with their apprehension as well. So, especially with smaller kids, so that they know that breakfast time is not going to change, lunch time is not going to change. They know what time they're supposed to be doing homework. And, that said, there is some space for a little fun. And and the more important piece for parents is really keeping the part of the schedule that helps the kids. And if there are things that are causing stress, like schoolwork, it's important to remember that the relationship that you have with your children, and their mental health matters a lot more than whether they get their homework done. Sorry, teachers, I know you're working really hard, and it's not unimportant to stay up to date to some extent, but there may be times when it's just very difficult to keep things together, and then it's okay to take a day off. And parents need to not be too hard on themselves. That's really critical.
Yeah.
It's going to look a little crazy for a while. Kids aren't little soldiers, and we don't need to expect them to be. So there is that balance, that knowing what parts of those schedules are important to keep, like waking, like not being up till 4 in the morning. That's important to avoid. And then sometimes you can skip your homework for a day.
During this time, are there any red flags that people should be aware of, such as maybe heavy drinking, maybe drugs?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If parents are feeling excessive stress, if you're having panic attacks or tempted to use drugs, certainly, or drink a little too much, or if you notice it's becoming difficult to get out of bed in the morning, it's important to seek help. We are here for you. And we also have some other numbers on our website that are resources. So don't hesitate to use those.
Absolutely. And this time that we have right now, a lot of people are saying that take this moment to enjoy what you have, that extra bonding time with the family. What advice do you have for that?
Well, this is an opportunity, isn't it? So many of us don't get that kind of time with our kids that we're getting now, and so even though this is not an ideal situation, it certainly is true that that it's a great time to play with your kids, to get out the arts and crafts, to get in the backyard and have a scavenger hunt or grab the magnifying glass and go bug hunting and fun things like that.
All right. Well, the main thing here is to understand that you are not alone in all of this. A lot of us are going through this with young families, with, this social distancing. I mean, it's not going to be done for a while. So making that routine is, I feel like, is going to be the saving grace here.
It is.
Wendy Wilcox, thank you so much for your time. She is with Youth and Family Services with the city of Bowie. You can see the number on your screen. If you have any questions, they are talking to folks and would love to hear from you.
Thank you.